Welcome to Every Movie I've Ever Seen. This is a special March Madness edition where throughout the month of March I'm going to be reviewing Clive Owen movies tournament style to figure out which one is best. The movie that I'm talking about today is Shoot 'Em Up. This is a action film starring Clive Owen, Monica Bellucci, and Paul Giamatti. And I'll be honest, this movie was wild. Like this is like an insane fever dream of a movie. This is just like all over the place, and you like know right off the bat that this is gonna be crazy. First 5 minutes of this movie, Clive Owen kills a guy by stabbing him in the neck with a carrot and says, "Eat your vegetables," and that's it. That's just like how the movie starts. Uh, it's ridiculous. Clive Owen plays, I guess, Mr. Smith. He's supposed to be some man with no name type character, Clint Eastwood in those Western films. But I got more Thomas Jane Punisher vibes from him, which he's also kind of. I also kind of feel like he's the Punisher because they mentioned how his wife and daughter, or her wife and son, got shot up in a restaurant, and that's Punisher's origin story too. But anyway, he plays this random guy who just like gets in the middle of this thing. He sees a pregnant lady, go into the alley, and then like there's a guy with a gun who's chasing after her, so he decides to go save her. And then like 50 other people show up and start shooting at him. And then the pregnant lady gives birth, and he's still like in the middle of this gunfire. And eventually she dies. So now he's got to protect her baby because people want to kill her baby. And he ends up getting Monica Bellucci's help. Monica Bellucci. I want to say Lucci. I want to say Monica Bellucci. That's not right. There's probably some other actor whose name I'm throwing in there. Some other like Italian actor named Jim Belushi. That's what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm throwing Jim Belushi in. Those names aren't even the same at all. They're both in Twin Peaks. But anyway, yeah, Monica Bellucci is like, she's like, I guess he's just a hooker, just some random hooker he knows, and they team up to help save the baby because, like, there's like two different groups after this baby. Basically, there's like a a pro Second Amendment senator who is like breeding babies because he needs a bone marrow transplant, so he's like farming babies to get bone marrow to save his life. And then there's no. The senator guy, he's against gun. He's in favor of gun control, and he needs the bone marrow transplant. And then the other group of people with Paul Giamatti, they're like a gun manufacturer, or they're like aligned with gun manufacturers. So they want to kill the baby so that the senator guy will die and then not pass the gun control law. But then eventually they team up. But they still, even after they team up, they still want to kill Clive Owen and the baby. The movie, it's a crazy movie. It's just like you knew right off the bat, like, oh wow, this is what this is gonna be like, and it's a good crazy. It's fun, exciting. The action is pretty good, but like I said, it's wild. Like, just like describing this movie now, it just doesn't seem real. Like, is this based on something? I don't know. It really just made like a knockoff Punisher with Clive Owen. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It's not good, but like not good in a good way. You know, like some things are so bad they're good. This is like, you know, it's just kind of bad that it's good. A lot of things don't make sense and don't really work. There's a lot of instances where you just say like, that's not how physics works. That's not how gravity works. That wouldn't happen. Where does Clive Owen keep getting these carrots from? He constantly has carrots. He kills two different people with carrots in this movie. And, well, he kills more than that with carrots. Some people he kills indirectly with carrots. Two people he kills directly with carrots. He stabbed one guy in the neck with a carrot, and he stabbed the other guy in the eye with a carrot. And then at the end of the movie, he does this like weird gun trick thing with a carrot that would just honestly make no sense if I tried to explain it to you right now. So I'm not even going to bother. So just watch the movie and you'll see what I'm talking about. And he like Home Alone traps this warehouse. I wasn't even paying attention. He's just in a warehouse all of a sudden, and it's the same warehouse that Paul Giamatti and other bad guy are in. I don't know if other bad guy was like Paul Giamatti's boss or just I don't know. The dude who plays Death in Supernatural and he also has a brief part in the movie Cube. He's also in this. You don't see him much. I believe it's Julian Richards, I believe his name, and he plays, you know, henchman number 4. I think he gets a diaper thrown at his face. Like, this movie is just, this movie's just weird. Oh, there's a bus. Monica Bellucci, I keep doing that. What the hell's wrong with me? Monica Bellucci boards a bus, and you know how, like, the bus has a thing that says, like, you know, next stop San Francisco or whatever. This bus just says wherever. So like what is that? Does the bus driver just drive around aimlessly making turns at random until he winds up at a place and then like, you can get out here if you want. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna keep driving around wherever. So it's odd. But yeah, so this movie was something else. It's very unlike every other Clive Owen movie I've seen so far. I mean, it's not the first action movie I've seen, but it's the first action movie where it wasn't really trying to take itself too serious, I suppose. It's, I don't know, less Bourne, more John Wick, if that makes sense. Because I feel like with John Wick, there's an acknowledged level of ridiculousness that makes you like it. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Whatever. That's all I've got to say about Shoot 'em Up.